Okay, here's a Masterplan tutorial. Been asked for this a few times, so here we go. I'm going to show you how to play the intro, the verse and the chorus, and you can put together yourself after that. Several different ways of playing this one I've seen, so I'll show you one. Intro starts up on the 5th fret. What you do is you put your second finger on the 5th fret on the 3rd string and leave it there, and your 4th finger will go up onto the 4th string and the 7th fret, and basically that 4th string you're just going to be walking down one note at a time. So it's going to go down to there, down to there, there, all the way down to the 3rd. When you get to the 3rd you're going to release all the while your second finger stays on the 5th fret. When you strum, you'll strum all the notes except for that one, so you'll leave that one alone. So it goes like this. Okay, so you're going all the way down. So start off like there, there. When you get to this one, then just change your fingers around, I think is a good idea, and then play it this way, because then you've got to having to be stretching further down the fretboard this way. So when you get to playing them both on the same fret, switch it around so your 3rd finger is playing on the 3rd string, and your 4th is up on the 4th string. And you can use your 1st finger to get down to that stretch, down to the 3rd, open, right? And then the intro finishes up with a A7 and an E7. And on the A7, if you want to be tricky, you can do a little slide up 2 frets before going to the E7. So I'll play it through once and see if you like it this way. Instead of that slide, you can do a little, if you like I think in the MTV version, you'll hear that little riff in there, which is just on the 4th string, hammering onto the 1st fret on the A string, play the 5th string on the 3rd fret, open 4th string, back to the 5th, release 3rd fret on the E, and then back to open A. If you want. It is pretty hard to get that in there in time though. Okay, verse. The chords you're going to need are this A minor 7. Yeah, A minor 7, I think that's right. Now the next one, you can play a few different chords here. I think Noel plays one of these, which is, again, you're going to leave that E alone and play a open 5th, 4th on the 5th fret, 3rd on the 4th fret, 2nd on the 3rd fret, and open. Alright, you can play one of these if you want, if you find that too hard, which is, again, leaving the E alone. Open, 2nd, open, 3rd, open. It's a similar sounding chord. Okay, I think Noel plays one of these, and I'd recommend you do that as well, because the next chord you're going to play is simply sliding it down 2 frets to make one of these, which is like a F major. I think it's F major or something. And you just slide it back up again, the 2 frets, play that one again, and then back down to your A minor 7 and E7. So that's the first part of the verse, so it'll go. singing. Take the time to make some sense of what you want to say. Cast your words away upon the way. Same again. Sailing home with acquiesce on a ship of hope today. And as they land upon the shore. When you get to this part, instead of going back down to a A minor 7, you're going to play a D. Tell them not to fear no more. And then back to that one again. And then coming out of the verse, you're going to play a G. And then an E7. Alright. Chorus, C. I always play 4-finger Cs, but you can play that C, and you're going to walk that down to the A minor. So that's playing the A string on the 2nd fret. Take a chance, you know they're gonna go. A minor here, and into a G, and then an F major 7, G, C. Back into that again. When you get to that out of it, you're back to that same part as the verse. And after you do that, another verse, another chorus, and then the lead out is just the same as the intro again, just walking it down. That's really all there is to Masterplan. It looks pretty complicated, but it's pretty straightforward. The intros are probably the trickiest part, it's just getting that stretch. Anyway, that'll do for my Masterplan tutorial.